Brooklyn is a rare rarity light cruiser from the Eagle Union and is part of the Brooklyn class of light cruiser. She's available from light construction, the requisition exchange, or from drops from stages 2-2, 4-1, 5-1 and 5-4, 8-3, 9-4, 12-3, and 14-2. Brooklyn was launched at the Brooklyn Navy Yard on the 30th of November 1936, commissioned on the 30th of September 1937, decommissioned on the 3rd of January 1947, stricken on the 22nd of January 1951, sold to Chile in 1951 and renamed to the O'Higgins, commissioned on the 9th of January 1951, decommissioned again on the 14th of January 1992, and sunk under tow to breakers in India on the 3rd of November 1992. Brooklyn did the usual tasks an American light cruiser did in the Second World War. Here are her more interesting exploits. Participated in the opening of New York's World Fair. Acted as a base ship during the salvage and rescue operations of the Squalus disaster. Participated in the Golden Gate International Exposition. Escorted a convoy of Marines to Reykjavik, Iceland. Participated in convoy escorts and patrols. Bombarded shore installations for Operation Torch, accidentally killing friendlies. Was a part of the naval battle of Casablanca. Supported the Sicilian and Anzio landings. In her character art drawn by Realm BW, Brooklyn wears a navy blue and white double-breasted naval uniform which has CL-40 on it, with black and navy blue arm gloves with silver stripes on them. A gray and black collar, a blue and white hair bow, exposed black lace panties, thigh-high stockings with metal cuffs that are held up by a garter belt which have USN on it, and armored high-heeled shoes with massive wings. Her rigging consists of metal parts that are attached to the top of her hips, which themselves are attached to the main part of her rigging, which has 2 ship fronts with 6 different triple-barrel naval cannons, and an AA gun with the naval cannons having yellow life rafts on them. In her voice lines voiced by Lynn, who also voices Mute in Gate, Mashiro Munetani in High School Fleet, Yuriko Itano in Psyche K, Himari Takanashi in Interviews with Monster Girls, Yumiko Samejima in A Place Further Than the Universe, Medi in Okasana Online, Lillian Weinberg in Dr. Stone, Princess Abana in Fire Force, Gilda in Promised Neverland, Koko Matsumoto in Wataten, Mafuyu Kirisu in Bokuben, Sheta in SAO, Luminous Valentine in Tensura, Marine Rembrandt in Gundam The Witch from Mercury, Azura in Fire Emblem Fates, Mei in Overwatch, HK21 in MP7 in GFL, Justice in Makura in FGO, Maruzensky in Uma Musume, Nico in DMC5, and Damselette in Genshin. Brooklyn is a master diplomat.
ブルックリンです。指揮官、精鋭巡洋艦として外交活動は私にお任せください。指揮官が外交における主導権を握れるようにするのが私の責務です。ご安心ください。プロですから。最近は外交事務より指揮官の個人的用務の対応に追われることが多くなっているようですが、わざとじゃないでしょうね。外交スタッフは秘書を兼任しないはずですが、個人的には指揮官との関係をより強化することを望んでいます。ありがとうございます。これで艦隊の事務処理に一層励むことができます。え？指揮官を少し代行してもいいって？嬉しいご冗談です。いずれにしても、がっかりはさせませんよ。外国との交渉においては、情報交換が大事です。外交官ではあるが、火力を見くびられては困りますね。外交官は秘書を兼任しかねます。ご次長を戦前に建造された新鋭巡洋艦の代表として、他国との外交事務を担当させてもらいました。と言っても、火力も決して侮れるものではありませんので、ご安心ください。武力による威嚇も外交の一環よ。実力は訪韓外交の基本です。ありがとうございます。任務の達成は能力を誇示するいいチャンスです。新しい任務に目を通してください。
At level 125 with everything maxed, Brooklyn has 3,350 HP, 166 firepower, 313 AA, 183 reload, 106 evasion, light armor, 32 speed, 162 accuracy, 55 luck, 100 anti-sub, and consumes 9 oil. Brooklyn has 1 skill and an AOA, with a skill focusing on buffing other cruisers. At level 10, her skill, Artillery Command Cruisers, increases the firepower of cruisers in the fleet by 15% and doesn't stack with other command skills of a similar effect. Supposedly, this affects both light and heavy cruisers, and possibly herself. Her AOA looks like this, being procced every 10 times her main gun is fired. It's okay. The recommended equipment for Brooklyn is the quad 152mm for the best CL gun with the highest DPS, the twin 128mm 45 SKC-41 for great damaging AUX DD gun, the twin 57mm L60 for the best general use AA, the repair toolkit and hydraulic steering gear for more survivability and some evasion, and the crossbow for firepower and AA. Overall, Brooklyn isn't that bad of a ship, but is more suited towards early game and is definitely better than all of the Omaha class light cruisers combined. She's pretty easy to get, either through some stage drops like construction or requisition, has good damage, decent stats, good AA, and efficiencies, and her skill also buffs all other cruisers in her fleet, which is always nice to have. However, she is on the weaker side when it comes to defense or health. The buff is good, but could be better, and the skill relies on having other cruisers in the same fleet as her, or it's otherwise useless. And as I mentioned with the early game comment, there's better options out there for light cruisers and Vanguard ships, such as San Diego. She also has an interesting history, and for that alone, I kind of feel like she should be a tier higher in rarity, but oh well. If you get her early on, raise her until you get a much better light cruiser, like San Diego as I mentioned, or Helena. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates. I also stream and are currently streaming Metal Gear Solid 3, and please check out my other Arknights and Azur Lane videos as well.